You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
All right, welcome back. I'm your vocal technologist host, and digging into the sources you shared, well, today we're really getting into the latest shifts in tech and finance.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
From market moves to some quieter AI stuff, we're pulling out the key insights.
And our goal for you, really, is to get past just the headlines. We want to figure out the why.
Yeah.
Looking at public market plays, the AI revolutions happening under the radar, all based on what you sent over.
Okay, so let's jump right in with something that's been, well, a bit of a puzzle. IPO timing.
Oh, yes.
Remember after 2021, that whole ZIRP thing, everyone was adamant we won't miss the next window.
That was the talk.
But here we are. Markets are pretty strong, hitting highs even, but
Yeah.
IPOs, still kind of scarce. It feels like everyone's just waiting.
It does. Is it waiting for the perfect moment, or is it more like getting stuck overthinking it? Analysis paralysis, maybe?
Right. But it's interesting because, while lots of companies are waiting.
Some are definitely moving. We've seen companies like Rubrik, Circle. Recently, their IPOs actually did pretty well.
Exactly, which proves the market is there, just maybe more picky.
Selectively receptive, yeah. And that really brings us to Figma. That was quite the debut.
Oh, Figma. Now, that was something else. Massively oversubscribed, right? And the valuation shot up to nearly $68 billion.
Incredible numbers.
Think about that. It's not just the size. Figma's success, even with that investor lockup until January, it shows a real shift, I think.
A shift in what investors are looking for.
Yeah, like a real hunger, but a selective one for companies that have already proven themselves. Solid product market fit, strong recurring revenue. Not just betting on future growth. It feels like a recalibration of value.
Absolutely. So if the public markets are showing this selective taste for the big proven players, what's happening in the private markets? Where's the cutting edge stuff getting attention?
Good question.
Which leads us nicely to Philly, an AI infrastructure company. They just pulled in a pretty hefty Series C, around $125 million.
Okay, $125 million. Valuing them at
$1.5 billion.
Wow. So Fall isn't just, another name in the AI hat. What's their specific angle? What are they doing that's worth $1.5 billion?
Well, they're specialized. They focus on running multimodal models, but specifically for enterprises.
Okay, multimodal meaning, like images, text.
Exactly. Think about e-commerce, advertising. Companies needing tons of different ad images or diverse product shots. Fall lets them generate infinite versions, customize assets almost instantly.
Ah, so it's AI for practical creative stuff at scale.
Precisely. It's less about general AI and more about these hyper-specialized, almost headless applications that plug right into operations and offer huge efficiency gains. Or, open up totally new creative avenues.
That makes sense. Tangible results. Like imagine an online retailer slashing the time it takes to make new ad campaigns.
By like 70%. That's the kind of measurable return they're showing. It's practical AI value.
Okay, that's a really clear picture of AI making a difference on the ground. Now, speaking of insights, something else from the sources caught my eye, this idea of vibe analysis.
Ah, yes. Interesting term.
Yeah, and it's not about AI writing code, not vibe coding or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's using AI to get insights just by talking to it, asking questions, exploring ideas conversationally.
Like an intelligent sparring partner for analysis.
Kind of.
Well,
A different way to pull value out of data, maybe more intuitive.
and if you think about the scale here, this could be massive. The sources highlighted something interesting. You got maybe 2 million software engineers in the U.S., right?
Oh, okay.
But there are at least 5 million people whose job involves pulling data to answer questions every single day.
5 million. Wow, that's a lot more than I would have guessed.
It adds up. We're talking something like 10 billion hours a year spent just on generating reports, looking at dashboards, trying to make decisions based on data.
10 billion hours.
That whole massive chunk of work, it's incredibly ripe for transformation. Using AI, using this kind of vibe analysis, it could really democratize getting complex insights.
Making sophisticated analysis accessible to way more people just by asking questions, that's potentially huge.
It really is.
So thinking about everything we've touched on, from the, let's say, complicated lessons on market timing with IPOs like Figma showing selective success, to the really deep sometimes hidden ways AI is changing analysis through companies like Fall and this whole vibe analysis idea.
Yeah.
Things are definitely moving fast.
They are, and it brings up a fundamental point, something for you, the listener, to really chew on.
Okay.
There's that old saying, right? When reality and theory disagree, you don't stick with the theory. You update it.
Right. Change the theory to match reality.
So the question is, how do our current theories about business, about markets, about technology's role, how might they need to change, maybe even fundamentally, given these shifts we're seeing?
That's a great question to ponder. How do we need to update our mental models?
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us as we explored the sources today. Keep asking questions, keep digging deeper.
And we'll catch you next time.
Spoken Tech for your ears.